Major funding for A Conversation About Caring is provided by the Harris Foundation, dedicated to helping America's seniors live healthier, happier, more fulfilling lives. The Harris Foundation, the will to do wonders. Additional funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
What happens to caregivers?
Well, I think caregivers take on their role either knowledgeably or inadvertently, find themselves in the masterful juggling act of all juggling acts, balancing the life that they're living, usually employed, often with family of their own, sometimes geographically distant from the person for whom they are now caring, and they add on to that fairly full life all of the responsibilities that come with providing care to somebody that they love, and they put themselves at the bottom of the list of people to take care of.
So what happens to them? What can happen?
What can happen, it's pretty sad actually when you look at some of the health analysis that's gone on. People who are involved in caregiving because they put themselves at the bottom are more likely to miss medical appointments, are more likely to suffer from depression, are more likely to have a harder time managing some chronic illnesses like diabetes, like hypertension. You take a caregiver and a non-caregiver, both of whom have high blood pressure, it's going to be harder for the caregiver to manage their high blood pressure because they're most likely not doing all of the things that are important for their own personal health. They're sacrificing that. They think they're sacrificing, actually not helping anybody. If you can't take care of yourself and your health suffers, you're not going to be able to care for anyone else either.
So how do we care for the caregiver?
Well, before that, I wanted to add to what she was saying. We just did a story called Caring for the Caregiver in the magazine that's coming out in the next issue of AARP, the magazine. And there was a study that was talked about there that they found that the inflammation in the blood for caregivers is much higher than other, the general population, and those are all linked to heart disease, arthritis, all of the, cancer and other illnesses. And not only that is that the inflammation levels stay high for 3 years after you finish, caregiving, which is remarkable to me that there's long-term effects of that. And the other piece of it is the psychological impact of being a caregiver. Not only, one of the first things you have to do if you're a caregiver is acknowledge that you are not going to be the perfect caregiver. That, you may be the perfect lawyer, you may be the perfect mother, or whatever, but you are not the perfect caregiver. And in that it's like an impossible, because so much expectation is brought to this role that a lot of it is unspoken. And it's all driven by, a lot of it is driven by guilt and also anger at, all the people that aren't helping you, but you don't know how to ask them for that help. But I think the key thing is to find time for yourself and to carve out a lot of time to take care of your body, to take care of your psychology, and to build a network of people around you who can kind of, and actually schedule them or have somebody else schedule them about what they can do to help you out. Because it's generally, a lot of caregivers have a hard time saying yes to people, and they're so caught up in caregiving that they, in the emotions related to that they can't even think of what they can have somebody do. So they don't even accept it.
To learn more about how to start the caring conversation, download a comprehensive caregiver's handbook and watch the entire show online. Go to pbs.org/caringforyourparents. Major funding for A Conversation About Caring is provided by the Harris Foundation, dedicated to helping America's seniors live healthier, happier, more fulfilling lives. The Harris Foundation, the will to do wonders. Additional funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.